Hey guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today's topic is Cool Jazz Guitar Cat. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and you have become a member of the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Link is in the description box below. There's a free membership available and a premium membership where you have access to all downloads. So, Cool Jazz Guitar Cat, what's that? That's how it sounds. Yeah, stuff like that. It's a way of playing inspired by Miles Davis. I'm a huge fan of Miles Davis, or have been a huge fan of Miles Davis, and his way of bending around timing and bending around space. And that's what it's all about when it comes to cool phrasing. The space and timing, that's what makes the big difference. And that's what this tutorial is going to be about. I'm going to show you a few tricks and give you a few examples so you can work it out yourself. And the very first trick I want to tell you is I'm going to show you now is a foot and 2/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So first you have a track as this one here. Tune in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Then try to play in 2/4 feel. 1, 2, 3. The 2/4 feeling looks pretty easy, but it isn't. I know it from teaching many students over many years. The 2/4 feeling, and it took myself quite a time to get into this. Really work it out. The 2/4 feel that makes your phrasing go back in time. When your phrasing is in front of time, you sound stressed, you sound not convinced what you're doing. If you're going back in timing, then you sound, whoa, wow, this guy, it's really cool, he knows what he's doing, you know. And if you have this 2/4 feeling, just when you start to work on this, the most common mistake which happens is that your foot turns to 1 and 3 instead of 2 and 4. Always monitor that at the beginning. So you get any track, get into the full 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. When you feel convenient, just play a note. Stay in the groove. You know, this stuff is really simple to play. I'm playing the F minor pentatonics, but the feel of it, this cannot be, you know, I can tap something out for you, you can learn it by heart, it doesn't really help. The trick is you need to get into this 2/4 feel, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then automatically you get into the vibe of this, you know. But even though, if you have no experience with timing or stuff like that, I give you a few tricks which you can work with 2 and 4. Everything which we work out now is always in 2/4 feeling. Yeah, as a first example, now let's go to close view. The main thing in phrasing or syncopation is the syncopation. What does that mean? If you play a little phrase, this example is kind of a bluesy track in F. Most blues in jazz are in F or in B flat. This one is now in F, so we're playing the F blues scale or F pentatonics. However, that's not the topic now. Well, we keep in our pentatonics or blues scale. The thing is, with phrasing, if you play a little phrase here, 3rd fret, 1st fret, you play one note on beat, the other one off beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3 would be a first example. You could play 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And with 2 and 4 feel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So you can, now it was on 1 and 4 and, we can do 1 and 3 and, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, or 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. All works. You can do it with a track. Practice always a 2-4 feeling. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is very important that you have a feel for the syncopations. But the most common ones are, I must say, 2 and 4 and. 3 and is really rare, I must say. But when you play a little motif, then when you play the second time, you probably have a resolution like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. So like this one, and then the next one could also be on offbeat and 1 end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and on 1 end. Let's see that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2. Well, it's really hard to count and play at the same time, but practice that. It really helps you to figure out. Try to play and count at the same time. It helps you to get into the vibe of this. At the end, you don't count anymore, of course. You just get into the flow, into the vibe. Yeah, that's a possibility to do syncopes. Another one is this one will be 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So we have 1 and on 2 ends. We this note on 1. This is on 2 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 1 and 2, and then a little phrase on 1. So on beat, off beat, on beat. So now the second part of the motif has 2 notes. So the first one starts on an off beat, and second one on the beat. So 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. See? Let's see how that sounds. Always with foot on 2, 4. That works, or whatever you can do. I mean, the better you can do that, the better, or intuitive, the better it works. And then if you pull the timing back, that goes with the 2 and 4 feel, then you start to feel the groove of the whole thing. I'll give you an example just with this 1, 2. Another method which is really great is when you play a motif. We take the first one, it's a very simple one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one you played like 2 or 3 times. But like the third time, instead of playing the second note on 4-and, you play it later. Because the listener then, he listened to this twice, he expects then that the note comes on 4-and, but it doesn't come on 4-and. Let's put it on 2-and. I'm going to show you the effect. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And what an additional effect, if you play the second note long and just keep it as long as possible, you have this mouse ever stretching the timing. You just when does the note stop? And this is called playing over the bar line. The bar is already over, but the note is still ringing, and that's a really cool method. As I call it, it's called playing over the bar line. And if the first could be on 4-and and the other one on 2-and, you see the effect now, playing over the bar line. I got lost now. 1, 2. Yeah, so this is a ways of you can work on your timing, and the main thing is you should keep on counting, and you try out starting motif on like this, stop it as an example. 1 and 4-and is really the very common one, or 1 and 2-and, and try to stretch the timing and somehow, Yeah. Another method to stretch timing are quarter triplets. What are quarter triplets? These are 3 notes per 2 beats, or 6 notes per 1 bar. And they give this stretchy timing feeling, And that's how they sound. Yep. If you don't know, I always played it by feeling and listening to how they work. That's one method. I just play the blues scale now. That works. But if you really want to have it totally precise, you can make triplets. Triplets are 3 per beat, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. This 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's a triplets. And then you stick 2 together. Always 2, and this gives you quarter triplets. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then you just play them like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And these are quarter trips. So the first, the third, and the second in the trips of 2 triplets together. These are quarter triplets. Yeah, so now we were stretching timing like crazy, but we always need a counterpoint. If we stretch the timing so much, there must be a counterpoint where something is precise. And a good method for that is playing a run in triplets, and the blues scale is really good for that, because it resolves perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boom. You can practice, you can play the whole scale in triplets or just the half. Oops. Or from here. I gotta show the effect. If you play this stretch timing stuff and then suddenly play something precise. It's like, whoa, what was that? Even you played or something really simple. So you have to have a counterpoint on this. I know it's this kind of playing, I try to explain how things work when you count them through, but at the end, I must admit, it doesn't work with counting. At least for me, never worked. Maybe for you, for me, never worked. The thing is to get in the 2-4 feeling and then just let go. Don't think so much, but maybe you practice these examples which I showed now, just sometimes that you have a certain basis of something which works, and when you play, don't count, just feel. You know, these little things, you know, slight bending and stuff like this. These are not licks. I mean, of course they are licks, you can tap them out, but that they come at the perfect place needs a lot of experience. I mean, you need to get into the playing flow. And how do you get in the playing flow? Foot on 2-4. So I gave a little more example. Yeah, guys, this was a cool jazz guitar cat. What really helps is that you listen to recordings of Miles Davis. I did a few, when I was studying music, I did a few transcriptions of solos of Kind of Blue. That really worked. But you can also take others just in his phase where he was doing this really cool stuff and holding back timing, and his thing was really having the total control over time and space. And the coolness comes through the 2-4 feeling. Believe me, trust me on that one. I had many students, they did okay when they just played like this. When I got into the 2-4 feeling, then suddenly things start to groove more, sound different, and really have to focus on on the 2-4 feeling. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can even practice without a backing track. You have a metronome. I don't have one here now, but if you have a metronome, that's the best one to practice, and there you really hear when the beat changes from 2-4 to 1-3. As I said, it takes a while, if you've never done that before, till you really are comfortable with that and you don't change the beat all the time. So 1, 2, 3. Don't try to play too many notes. Try to give every note a meaning and have the focus on staying in the groove and staying in the vibe. It's not even the groove, it's the vibe. Try to stay in the vibe. You can even be a bit beside the time or too late. Better, in this case, better too late than too early. In other things in life, it's better to be too early, but in this case, it's better to be too late. Because you can... you know, That's really the thing. And then once you have the stuff together, I mean, technically this stuff is really simple to play. I mean, even from the notes a beginner can play it, but it takes a lot of experience to have the notes the way you exactly want it. So give yourself some time, and less is more. In this case, really less is more. You can play a full chorus with just 2 notes. If they're on the perfect space, then you're way better than you're playing 20 notes or 30 notes, you know. Yeah, good. One more to say, I wrote down a little example of the things I was talking about as tabs. You can download them in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy, also the backing track which I created for you. Please join there, become a member of the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. You can talk with others. Free account gives access to all features there except the downloads. But the premium membership upgrade is really not much money, and do the premium membership upgrade because it helps to keep this system financially healthy in these times of, you know what I mean. Good. One more to say, and that's the only social media thing I'm doing. I'm not doing any other social media so much anymore. Good, what more to say? Me and Dr. Pink are going to play a little bit more at the end, but we're already saying goodbye and see you guys.